Hello student, this is KK Bhatt. Today I am going to teach you the history, chapter 1, when, where and how. This is the part of history where we learn the three part of history: ancient, medieval and modern history. Now let us get started. See here, starting from infancy, every individual crosses many milestones like crawling of the force, standing with support, standing without support, staggered walk, first gibberish, then broken speech to coherent speech. See here, what is the adult? In adult too, there are many milestones like writing a long essay without parental help, speaking in front of the whole class or school in assembly for the first time, with and without preparation, participating in debates and extempore, painting and so on. Here, just want to say that whenever we are going to start any topic, any chapter, anything, there we have to some supplications, and when we are going to implement those things without any proper preparation, that creates some problem. So here, what's you understand? Say here, debates and extempore, painting and so on. These milestones are a part of our growth and an example for others to follow. In what we have done, what we have done in our life. That is all. Our role models are example for other people who just come before that particular things, oblige and follow and learn more about that. So, what do you understand about history? History is also like that. What our ancestors have performed, done, that is all we are here collected to read, learn, follow the things and structure of those people. Think of the milestone you would like to cover in the coming years. Share at least two such milestone with the class. Here, that is here given on activity. Now see here. Now we come on the topic. See here, topic. What do you understand about topic? See here, Indian history is generally divided into the three parts. The first is ancient, medieval, and third is modern. Modern period on the basis of the changes in social, political, and economic organization. This changes has come due to the change in the society, political change as well as the economic background, and an ideal and belief. Each of these periods has certain distinctions features determined by the various elements recorded in different walk of life during the period. It means, I suppose that when we are going to read about ancient history, we learn more about our ancient times that has been recorded and written by some historian. As same as when we came in medieval, we learn more about Rajput as well as the Mughal and so on many. And when we come in the modern, that is also described about the history of history of modern time. See here, various elements recorded in different walk of life during that period. The actual duration of the period, which is historically recorded as medieval. It means actual duration. It means only actual durations we find only that is described in the period of medieval history. Is not same everywhere. See here, what is the medieval history? While the medieval period in Europe lasted between 600 and 1400 and the medieval period in India extended from 700 to 17C, which is exactly 1,000 year in the further subdivided into the early medieval period and the medieval period respectively. In this way, what you learned, these are all divided as the time period of medieval history. Do you understand? The Indian medieval the time is from 700 to 1700. Now we are going to discuss what is the medieval period major historical trend. This based to the major historical trend where we learn many things as farming as so on, many religious aspect has been learned through this period. Now see here the medieval period major historical trends. Before we start discussing the various events and developments that took place during the medieval period of Indian history, let us try to develop an insight into the political, social, economics, and cultural changes that characterize this period. It means this period has been categorized on the basis of political, social, economic, as well as the cultural changes. The initial phase of the period under study was marked by the emergence of regional kingdoms throughout the country. A powerful group of people rose to prominence during this period, primarily as warriors and the king in northern and central India. It means mostly people who involved in this period, those from northern or central areas, those are warriors and king. These people came to be called the Rajput. It means in northern and central Asia, India's, those people who just show their bravery, their interest involved, these peoples known as Rajput or Chhatri. See, the Rajput claimed their descent from their to solar families, Surya once. These people known as determinic way like Suryavans, the lunar families known as Chandravans. However, there were four clans which claimed that they had not descended from either of these two families but had originated directly from a sacrifice fire conducted by sage Vasisht or peak of the present of Mount Ruby. So here are also some stories about these peoples, how they are known as their own identification as Vasisht, says Vasisht or the peak of the present at Mount Abe. They claim descent from Agnikula. They claim that they are the descendant of Agnikula. These include the Pratihars, the Chauhans, Manas, the Solankis and the Pawars, Parmars. These four clans played an important role in the history of this period. It means these four as well as Rajput, Chauhan, Pawars, Solankis, and so on. Many. These are four men who play a very important role in the history in the medieval history. Now see establishment of the Delhi Sultanate. It means when Mughals and others came and established their power on Delhi, that is the arrival of Turk from the northwest and setting of the Mughal Empire were the two most important political events of this period. It means when Mughals just came here to develop their empires, feudalism or the royal practice of granting land to nobles in lieu tributes to military help was a significant political trend of this war. It means those people just creates military help. That is the most important political trend of this period. The important social trend of the medieval age including the proliferations of new castes, the tribes or tribal growth with their own distribution, with their own remark. What do you understand now? See here, the next page. Identification. Identities and custom and sharp distinctions between rural and urban area. It means those time where customs and in many religious activities has been developed as well as in urban areas and the rural area. The flourish of trade and production, they just started the market and also introduced for more systematic assessment of land venues. They describe the venues, land areas and significant economic trend of the medieval period. These are being the most important trade for the economic in the medieval period. Now see here, in this spiritual sphere, this period marked the emergence of new form of Hinduism and Islam, which were more assimilates in nature. Religious reform, it means bhakti and Sufi, both are just come in the form of this period. Some of the major development of the period in the spheres of architecture, distinctive style and arose, thereby the adding to the grander and magnificent medieval history. In this period, there are many architects as well as building makers who just gave a new form of technology to develop the building and other things. In all widespread cultural diversity was hallmark of this period. During this period, we see the diversity that has become the symbolic sign of this period, which went to the enrich India's culture, which just help to develop the Indian culture as well as strong. Now see here, the next is key change over a thousand years. Historians use different type of source to learn about the past depending on the period of their studies and the next source of their investigation. It means historians just involved to implement and search new things. Sources such as coins, what is important object by which way they understand the history, those are important things. Coins, inscription, painting, architectural remains and textual records serve as a link to the past. Medieval Indian history has left behind a rich legacies of archaeologists, literary sources which help us reconstruct the history of this period. Okay, I think you understand well about of this. Thanks to watch my video.